What's up, my friends? Welcome to another video. I'm Rob Stuart and I'm here to help you get your skin and your overall health back on track. So after 2 years on a super strict carnivore diet, eating nose to tail, tons of cholesterol, tons of LDL, Dr. Paul Saladino, also known as the Carnivore MD, posted on Instagram the results of his cardiovascular heart test, and the results were pretty amazing. As you know it, many people in the Western medical profession strictly believe that cholesterol and LDL is the root of all evil. It will absolutely destroy your heart. It will clog up your arteries and it will make you insulin sensitive and basically destroy your entire life and your entire health. In today's video, I want to share with you guys Dr. Paul's post, the results that he had with his heart, because they're pretty awesome. Pretty amazing, actually. And I want to give a response. I want to give my opinion and my experience being on the carnivore diet myself for the past 2 years, and my overall experience working with human beings in diet for the past 8 years. And foremost, Dr. Paul Saladino's results were absolutely amazing, absolutely astounding, actually. So let's take a look at the actual report that was given to Dr. Paul Saladino from his doctor with the results from his cardiac test. So as you can see, his levels for cardiac blockage in his arteries are 0. Nothing, absolutely nothing. This is after 2 years of eating a cholesterol LDL based diet. We're talking red meat every single day. His arteries have 0 clogging. They're perfect. They're in perfect health, which for a lot of people is super surprising. But for many of us who've studied Weston Price and who've studied natural hygiene and understand some levels of anatomy, kinesiology, and biology and the way that the pathology works in the body, it is not a surprise. The body is made up of cholesterol. And if you don't ever ruin your insulin levels, there's nothing really bad that will happen as far as calcification of the areas of your heart, like your vessels. So according to Dr. Paul Saladino, there is no way that high levels of LDL and high levels of cholesterol can actually cause inflammatory diseases in the heart, clogging issues in the arteries, or insulin resistance of any kind, of any shape or form, not based on any of his research and not based on his experience either. How many anecdotal studies, cases, N equals 1 studies does there have to be before the medical industry starts to take cholesterol and higher levels of LDL in nutrition more seriously? I'm not sure what it's going to take. It's most likely going to take a huge university study that's peer reviewed and that has a huge budget and that has a ton of people like Paul Saladino in it that can unequivocally prove that higher levels of LDL and cholesterol do not cause heart disease and heart issues. I truly think for the medical industry to wake up, that's what it's going to take. Hopefully there'll be a nice, long, heavily funded test coming up soon, but I wouldn't hold your breath. Personally, over the past 2 years, I've been eating more cholesterol and more LDL than I ever have in my entire life. I eat all whole foods. I ate a carnivore focused diet, and I can say that unequivocally, I feel better than I ever have in my life. I feel like every system in my body is working really, really well. I have not gone and done a cardiac test, though. I haven't done a heart disease test in the last 1.5 years. So if you guys would like to see my test results, or if you guys would like to see me go to a cardiologist and test the health of my heart, leave me a comment in the comment section. The last topic of this video is insulin resistance. In my opinion, if your blood sugar and your insulin levels are very consistent throughout the day, there's no major spikes, they stay relatively perfect all the time, how can your insulin levels then go to a place of hyperactivity or hyper underactivity. If your insulin levels are balanced and healthy, they're not going to be out of control, and you will not become insulin resistant in a negative, out of balance way. It just doesn't work that way. For insulin resistance to be an issue, there has to be an abundance of both fat and sugar in the diet at the same time. I've talked a lot about this in other videos. It's the same issue that leads to dysbiosis of the gut. When you have too much fat and too much carbs, and this means overeating both of them in the same diet, that's what leads to insulin resistance. That's what leads to blood sugar issues. That's what leads to gut biome issues. And that's why you see people on both sides of the dietary universe having some success. You do see carnivore dieters who are eating cholesterol and tons of LDL and nothing but animal fats and proteins, thriving like crazy. And you also do see high carb, low fat people who are more plant-based, who keep their protein low or moderate, their fat super low, and their carbs on the higher side. And you see some of them thriving and doing well as well. Myself personally, I healed my skin with a high carb, low fat, plant-based system, and now I'm thriving on a very nourishing carnivore diet. So both have worked well for me. In my opinion and experience, it's just that middle ground that causes all of the issues, both with the gut and the heart and the brain and the hormones. Too much sugar, too much fat together in the same diet as one is the issue, not the cholesterol, not the LDL. So that's going to do it for me today, guys. I might have said that already, but I'm going to say it again because why not? Leave all of your comments and questions down below. Remember to subscribe and share. If you're looking to get a hold of me to become one of my skin health clients, there's a link in the description for a free consultation. You can also find the 3 phases workbook at holistichealthactivation.com, which is the skin disease reversal workbook. Same link for the consultation. Also, in the description box, you can find a link for Skinessa, which is the world's best skin health probiotic. Also, on Instagram, you can find me as Stuart, Rob Stuart, but in real life, I'm just Rob Stuart. I think that's it, guys. Much love. I'll be back with many more videos really soon. Peace. And some of you guys might be wondering what's up with the rustic backgrounds in the last couple of videos. I'm at the farm. I'm traveling. I'm in San Diego. I'm working on some tongue and groove projects, which means I'm renovating RVs and flipping vans, turning them into camper vans and building tiny homes. It's what I like to do on the side. In the future, I'm going to be having my second YouTube channel come up. It's going to be called The Tongue and Groove Guy. And I hope that you guys who are fans of my overall work will check that out too. Leave your comments and questions down below. But this is the rustic background that I'll be having for a bit. I hope you like it. If you don't, sorry.